Hello, my name is Grant Fritchey. I work for Redgate Software. So today I just got the alert that there's been a new Azure Data Studio update. I haven't been tracking it real close because I've been busy, but I just now noticed that I've got the update. So I've downloaded the update, I've got it installed, and hey, there's some new stuff. It's the, let me get it right, the Azure Resource Explorer window has been added since I last was messing with it. So I'm jazzed to see what's going on. Let's go take a look. Right, so on my window, what I've got here is Azure SQL Data Studio. And if you look through Azure SQL Data Studio, obviously at the very top, you've got the servers and stuff that I'm connected to. If I've got task history, my source control connections, as you can see, I've got some things that I haven't checked in yet for some of the stuff I was doing source control. I can search the files locally. Then I've got various, the source control stuff that I have to mess with. And then there's obviously various plugins, which I have not started talking about the extensions yet. And in particular, the one extension I will definitely be talking about is right at the very top, which is Redgate Search. I haven't gotten there yet. We'll get to that. And then the thing we're going to talk about today, though, is the thing I just noticed, which was Azure Resource Explorer. Now, it knows, I've already logged into, and it knows that I've got to log in under grant@scarydba.com. So let's expand that out and take a look at the information that's under management here. Now, I have 3 different accounts under my Grant account here. One of them is provided by Microsoft as part of an Azure sponsorship, and I just want to say thank you for that, guys, because it really does make it a whole lot easier to demo your products, having a little bit of a leeway on how much money I spend. But this right now, it's only got a few things on it. I don't think I've got any servers on it currently, or a database. Let's just pause this and put something on here so we can have something to look at. All right. With the database created, let's go ahead and refresh here and see what we can see. And there it goes. We've got a couple of databases up. We can connect to one of those databases. Let's go ahead and make the connection. You can see my recent history of connections over here on the right. And you can see that, we're defining what kind of connection type we're going for. Currently, they're still only supporting Azure Microsoft SQL Server, but I'm sure that soon we will start to see Postgres and all those other things coming in. I've got my specific database name, the type of login I'm using. Because I'm doing testing here, I've not set up a AD network for the connection, so I'm going to go ahead and just use a SQL login because it's easy for testing purposes. And let's remember what my password is. There we go. Let's remember the password. And it's which database am I connecting to, the server group. If I want to add one, I have not created groups yet. And I can give it an optional name if I want. And there's even advanced settings. So we can start to get into, application intent, all kinds of fun stuff. None of that matters for now. But you get an idea of all the, all of the detailed connections and manipulation that you can make of it. So let's go ahead and connect up. I used to have a fast internet. So now you notice I've done nothing. All I set up was the server. It's immediately gone, wait a minute, you're violating the IP address rule. This is my current IP address. Do I want to add that in? Or do I want to add in a range? I'm just going to add in the one local one. I've already got the account and I'm the admin on the account, so I can make that change on the fly. Otherwise, you would have to make sure you go into Azure and control it through there. So once we're connected, it's now going back and it's loading up, and it's got my dashboard and everything else, and it's just like a normal connection to a normal SQL Server database from this point forward. Nothing special going on. Just its new thing that they've got in here. We can take a look at what's going on with the servers. Let's refresh because we do have a server now. You can see that. We can connect up to the server if we want. Same password. Let's go ahead and remember it in this case. And connect up to the server. And now you can see we're connected to the server. It shows the two databases I have under that server. And I can start to get into the security for my logins for the server. If there's anything additional I want to do, I can get in there and control databases and see the system databases that are available from Azure. And, it's just the normal stuff that I can do within Azure Data Studio. But it is starting to expose not simply the idea of like what servers do I have, but also what does my Azure account look like? So this is a whole lot of stuff coming in. I like the new changes, and it's a lot more power. Again, this thing is constantly growing, and it's something to keep an eye on. Now, this was new to me, this new Azure connection, but it was actually introduced in the October release. The November release has just got stuff for connecting up to SQL Server 2019, which I still haven't started experimenting with. So I've still got that on my plate. I'm just having so much fun working with Azure and working with Azure Data Studio. I have a tendency to focus there. I am going to be setting up a whole one laptop dedicated to Linux, and I will then be using Azure Data Studio for all the stuff on that, and we'll see how that goes. So again, that's unboxing. That's the first time I've seen it. Don't go away. Make sure, please, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I need to know these videos are useful for you guys. I'll keep doing more. I promise I will do more. I will get more detailed. If you give me comments on stuff, things that I need to explore, stuff I need to show you, let me know. Give me that feedback. Now, with the stuff that's come out, that's expanding the capabilities of this tool more and more, and it's certainly meeting the concept of Azure Data Studio. It's doing more and more in that area, so it's very exciting. I'm thrilled about it. I'm getting a new laptop. I've got one coming on the side. It's not a work laptop, but I'm going to be setting it up with pure Linux all the way, containers, all that fun stuff. Kubernetes. Anyway, I'm going to be documenting that stuff as I go along. And I'll be using the Azure Data Studio for all the work I'm going to be doing on that laptop. So that's going to be very much a Linux-driven, Azure Data Studio-driven, but still SQL Server, still Azure Database, still Azure-focused Postgres, that stuff. So if that's exciting to you, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let me know, and I will get those things accelerated and get them out to you. That's it. My name is Grant Fritchey. I work for Redgate Software.